bien. Guiltface. Fernanda. Ugly Hobo. Hey, Rebecca. Kid Rock, yeah, I did hear about that. Angela. Saw Kid Rock from behind angle and thought, who was the old ass Oliver Tree? I maintain that taking down Ticketmaster is of even more importance uh, to the live event industry than dealing with scalpers and resellers. But not going to complain about. Not that executive orders actually mean anything. Like executive orders aren't legally binding. But if efforts actually are made to deal with scalpers and resellers, I won't complain. Doesn't Ticketmaster scalp their own tickets? Probably. Yeah, I mean Ticketmaster, because Ticketmaster operates as a monopoly, they really can just do whatever they damn well please. And no one can say a damn thing about them. Like no one can do a damn thing about it. You're South venue, but actually work for Live Nation or Ticketmaster. I can believe it. I can absolutely believe that they would do that. Ticketmaster is fucking horrible. Ticketmaster / Live Nation, because they're the same company. Switch 2 against 90. Yeah. Yeah, that is ridiculous pricing. $90 for a cartridge too. $80 if you're buying it digitally. Yeah. 90 physical card with a key. Yeah, $90 for a cartridge. That is wild pricing. That is ridiculous pricing. Hey, Bambi, bring piracy back. I mean, yeah, like when you're pricing the games like that. Hey, Caroline. Be real hard to blame anyone for deciding to go the piracy route. Shouldn't gaming companies be compensated to the work they put in their games? Absolutely. And I'm all in favor of the developers, the people who actually like work on the games, being paid more to work less. But I don't know. It's still a lot of money. Here in Canada, it's like $115 for the digital copy, 130, almost $130 for the. Remember Metallica got upset with us for downloading their music on Napster. Yeah, that was shitty of them. Hey, Encounters. Yeah, I mean here in Canada, like $115 for a video game, plus like before tax, like for the digital for just the digital version of the game. You know, looking at over $130 after taxes for one game. Lars is a dick. He is. Metallica also scalped their own show. Did they? Ew. Boycott them, Metallica after the Napster stuff. I mean, I boycotted them after Saint Anger. That was a piece of shit album. More generally, my taste in music just changed. Oh, actually, I did also listen to that album they did with Lou Reed. It was shit. Like Lou Reed's iconic, and like, is just even he couldn't make Metallica of that era sound good. I didn't buy the album, obviously. Either the one with Lou Reed or Saint Anger. I didn't buy either of those albums, obviously. It's fun because like I'll defend Load and Reload. On the whole, I thought those albums were generally pretty good. Some filler, but both generally pretty good albums, despite being reviled when they came out. I'll defend those albums, but Saint Anger, ew, ugh, no, that one was just bad. Yeah, my tastes have changed, so I don't really Metallica just isn't really my thing anymore. Musk stepping down. Yeah. I mean, he tried to make the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Like he made a big deal about the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. He was like campaigned hard, and the candidate he campaigned for lost by a pretty significant margin. Um, so that says loser. Campaign for what? Like I said, he supported a candidate in a race for the Wisconsin State Supreme Court. Because I guess those candidates have to. I guess people there. I guess people get to vote for the Supreme Court candidates there. Isn't bribery illegal? It is, but when you have the amount of money and influence that Musk has, laws genuinely don't matter anymore. Like literally, Musk has enough money that the law genuinely no longer applies to him. Just in general. So money made him, it can break him. The fact that his money can't buy him universal love. Because that's what he wants more than anything else is for everyone to love him. He doesn't just want to be he doesn't just want to be the richest man in the world. He wants to be the most popular man in the world. And it does absolutely tear him apart. That doesn't work. Wait, remake was 150 million. Yeah, it had a lot going against it. Bad CGI for the dwarves. There's one group of people who were pissed at it because they cast a Colombian girl to play Snow White. Another group of people pissed because they cast a Zionist to play the evil stepmother. Who is a terrible actress. The reviews, like, reviews are calling it the worst performance of Gal Gadot's career, which is saying something. I do think there might also be a bit of fatigue towards the live action remakes. Hey, Mac. I do also wonder if wish my name was Gal. Wicked, I think, did pretty well for itself. And I wonder if that might have actually factored in. Because movies are expensive. World is bigger than America. Europeans couldn't care less about Musk. He did throw his support behind Germany's far right party. No, actually, I suppose Wicked did come out a few months ago. Sanders Nancy. Yeah, that their rallies are doing well. All right, so Wicked's success probably wouldn't have affected Snow White then. Enough time between the releases. Newland is never humble. Oh, absolutely, he's not. Let's see. Was there anything that broke my pop socket anxiously fidgeting with it? Aw. And it's going on the Bill Maher show. Yeah, I suppose there wouldn't have been any movies that would have affected Snow White's success. Yeah. Lost faith in Bernie Sanders. Um, can't watch Bill anymore. I haven't watched him for 2 years. Oh, I haven't watched Bill in forever, like 20 years. More than that, actually. I was a teen. I'm pretty sure I was a teenager the last time I watched one of Bill Maher's shows. Still Bernie Sanders supported. I mean, he's not perfect. But I think in general he's pretty good. He is typically a pretty good spokesperson for leftist causes. Which is why his rallies are getting a lot of people coming out. And I think he's actually doing a pretty good job helping to boost AOC as well. The Democratic Party establishment hates Cortez. Multiple $1 million homes. The establishment never particularly liked Bernie either. But they do have a unique scorn for Ocasio-Cortez. So I do appreciate him. I do appreciate Sanders helping to boost her. Right parties in Europe are very different from American ones. Your money doesn't impress that much. Politics heavily based on historical arguments. I mean, my understanding of the AfD in Germany is that they are white supremacists. They are they're fascist white supremacist dickholes. But yes, parliamentary politics, money does tend to play a smaller role. How many how many countries in Europe do have parliamentary systems though? Actually, does Germany have a parliamentary system, or is it more similar to the U.S. system? I can't remember. I've never looked into it that much. Documents usually revolve around the history of Germany and Europe. Trump doesn't create shit. Also, damn near any political book that is top of the New York Times bestseller list. That's bullshit. Did not sell that many copies. It got there through straight up cheating. Like a parliament. Okay. Executive minister and branch. German right party is obviously sore about World War II. Which, like, dude, Germany was unequivocally the bad guys in World War II. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, but like there is that's not to say that the Allies were pure good heroes. They did some nasty shit too. But the Germans were unequivocally villains in World War II. World War One and the rest of German history is bigger than World War II. Oh, you're right, I didn't. Hi, Buttercup. Sorry, you're right, I didn't say hello. Hi, Buttercup. How many Jewish people do you think died in the Holocaust? 6 million. 6 million Jewish people, and then several million people from other groups. Isn't the official estimate of like the number of people killed in the Holocaust like 11 million? Like 6 million Jews, they were the largest single group, and then um, the Roma, the gays. Communists, I think, were another big group that was rounded up. Right? Poles, Serbs. German society suffered the reparation cost and not the actual Nazis, among other arguments. I mean, I'll agree that the Nazis didn't suffer enough. Um, but I mean, like, the Marshall Plan, yeah. I feel like they've got a very ahistorical attitude because, like, the Marshall Plan meant that kind of a lot of foreign aid was used in helping to rebuild Germany. You know, Germany was rebuilt really quickly considering how much damage was done. Um, you know, by the 70s, they were a serious economic player again. Same is true of Japan. Japan recovered again quicker than one might expect and was a serious economic player again, especially by the 80s for Japan. Um, the American version of history here, the Marshall Plan was considered America trying to exert its influence by waving money around. Well, yes, it absolutely was. Thoughts on the Hiroshima bomb? I mean, I'm not a fan of it. It absolutely was the U.S. Exerting influence by throwing money around. Not like that's 100% true. Germany was really, and I mean, yeah, USSR was doing the same shit in Eastern Germany. You know, Germany was really used for Cold War politics bullshit. Japan created the. Well, no. I mean, Germany created World War II by invading multiple countries, particularly France. And then, trying to go after the UK. While Italy was also conquering other countries, and while Japan went after China. What Pearl Harbor did was draw the Americans in sooner than they otherwise would have. It is hard to say whether the U.S. actually would have gotten in. Thoughts on Chinese sweatshops? I'm not a fan. But yeah, it's hard to say because I mean, like, there were a lot of Americans who sided with the Nazis. Shit. Nazi eugenics was imported from the US. Yeah. Now Trump said he won't defend Europe against Russia. Yeah. Of course he won't. He loves Putin. Yeah, I mean, he is very much pro Putin. What do you think will happen to Russia if Putin dies? No idea. Trump's family is originally German. Yeah, I have no idea what would happen to Russia. Um, like, I don't really follow. I don't really follow politics close enough. Is there someone who can take like? Is there someone who would be sort of set to take over? Like another strongman leader who would be in a position to replace Putin. Or would his death create a power vacuum where a whole bunch of different people are fighting it out to see who gets to take over? In the end, we can only hope that Putin dies soon. I know this may be a controversial opinion, but I hope Putin dies soon. It's not okay to wish people death. I think that there are some people it is actually okay to wish death on. And I think that Putin is one of those people. I mean, dude's killed enough people himself. Like, how many people has Putin ordered killed? Like just assassination. I'm not even talking about like military actions. I'm talking just how many people has he had assassinated? Wee! My Fang plushie is in Canada. And as your wife? Nice. Congratulations, you two. Congratulations, you funky lesbians. Hey, Super Chat. I did see that, yeah. Hey, Jenna. There's the black guy, or there's a white dude who killed a bunch of black people in what was very clearly a hate crime. Who's being offered a plea deal to avoid death penalty. So one CEO is worth dozens of black people. Does those skyrocket? Are they though? Are they though? He's not getting stronger. So I haven't seen like any recent numbers, but yeah, Tesla stock did plummet. It's possible it might be making a slight rebound, but what would be happening would be a combination of government contracts being awarded to Tesla and prominent conservative figures buying Teslas as a way of showing their support for Musk and by extension for Trump. You know, like Trump turned the White House into a Tesla showroom. No, like a month ago. Is electrical or gas the future? I mean, electrical is probably the future. Assuming humanity has a future. Alien. Gonna get more water. Give me a moment. Hi, Grumpy Vet. Future's Walmart ever? Probably. The future is a handful of businesses. What are the coal miners and their jobs if we went to electric? I mean, what role does coal play in oil? I don't think I've read it. It's not a site that I really go to. Like, I don't know what electric cars have to do with coal mining. That said, I mean, I'm sympathetic towards them for sure. I mean, it sucks that their jobs are ultimately going to become um, gun carbines because polluting. Yeah, stuff that makes batteries has to be mined. Yeah, lithium. Like, it sucks that that the miners are going to lose their jobs because it always sucks. Especially because there's not really much effort being put into ensure they have good support systems. But go work in a lithium. My understanding is that lithium mines are really bad, and those tend to be in other countries. They're in other countries where the miners are paid absolutely nothing. They're tough people. They are. Um, grew up in Wales, seen what happens when coal mines close down. The fans never recover. Yeah, I mean that happens, all over the place. Because they don't really have anywhere. They don't really have anything to pivot to. So it sucks for sure. Universal basic income would probably help. Smoking and cigarettes versus vaping. I fucking hate cigarettes. Legitimately, I just hate those fucking things. Vile things. Jen has cute six. If you say so. Your friend smokes cigarettes, just like her. My mom smokes cigarettes. My brother smokes cigarettes. Fucking everybody smokes cigarettes, and I just hate I hate cigarettes. Judge from mine goes close down the man to goes down now. Yep. Your vape is sweet like fruity. Watch out for your teeth. Smoking a peach geek bar right now. My friend smokes Marlboros. And your mom smokes dick. Marlboro commercials. Never watched any. Yeah, I think cigarette commercials might have been banned before I really became aware of TV. Because I don't remember any cigarette commercials in general. Camel Joe versus Marlboro Cowboy. Fuck them both. All the way to hell. I like the taste of weed. Nah. Or Camel's Herd Creatures. Maybe? I don't know. Friend bought so many Marlboros, she got a jacket from the company. What a shitty prize. Actually, Cowboy was shocked when he got cancer. I mean, it's not like he would have been told that it was a risk. Like, the tobacco companies knew that it caused cancer, but they kept that shit hidden. He was heartbroken. I can imagine. Grandfather smoked cigars and drank whiskey and survived for 86 years. I mean, for how many years did he have did he have trouble breathing? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you may or may not get cancer, but shit's still gonna hurt your lungs, one way or the other. I mean, obviously, some people get lucky, but something noisy stuck in my fan. I don't own a screwdriver, so I manually poke inside of it until it stops. Yeah, I mean that's the way to deal with problems like that. Yeah, it's the best solution, I think. The Villa fire alarm drama. Yeah. Anyway, Val Kilmer. That's a shame. Your sweet huckleberry. Val Kilmer died. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, he really wasn't particularly old. 65 is not that old. Didn't he have lung cancer? Couldn't tell you. It is relatively young, yeah. Pretty smoke cigarette. I mean, considering the time he grew up, probably. Like, considering the time he lived, yeah, he probably did. A lot of people smoked cigarettes in his time. When we were kids, 60 is ancient. People live longer now. What's interesting is that people look younger than they used to. When I was a kid, I thought anyone over the age of 50 was an ancient. People used to age fast compared to today. Cigarettes age, yep. Kids these days look like babies. Yeah, I mean, you look like, 60 years ago, and, you know, 25-year-old looked like, 25-year-olds look like 40-year-olds. I did smoke cigarettes. Yeah, like I said, I mean, that's not at all surprising. Be more surprising if he didn't. My parents all retired when they were 50, so that's the norm back then. Until late 80s, 90s seems like a long time to be retired. I look my age. I look 40. I'll take it. I feel 60. Could I have a long lost brother there? Probably not. Hi, Super Chat. Sure does not look her age. I mean, with the plastic surgery she's had, don't suppose she would. Yeah, it's a little younger than you are. And I feel much older. Great genes or a great surgeon? Bit of both. Would I ever do Botox stop aging? Nah. Nah, fuck it. I'll just get old. Or die before I get a chance. Pass for 36. I'll take it. From the SNL special in full leotard. I don't know. I could not tell you. People who drink a lot of alcohol always age a lot faster. Yep. I don't drink anything at all, so I drink water. Fix all my eyebrows up. Eyebrow hairs up. Don't pick them all out. You don't want to pluck all your eyebrow hairs. Like enough to keep them looking tidy, sure, but not all of them. Unless they're embedded to my skin. He needs to shave his off entirely. Thoughts on plucking the pubic regions? Sure, knock yourself out. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be. Wish I could find that post about shaving eyebrows. I'm like advising not to do it. I'm saying anyone who tells you to do it is the devil. Girlfriend wants to pluck mine. Armpits and guys. Sure. Wasn't Larry saying he plucked his butt hairs last night? Was he? I know we were talking. I know I was talking about like if I could pick one area in my body to not have hair. Do I have butt hairs? Yeah. Yeah, I got hairs in my butt. Can we pluck the butt hairs? I'm gonna say no. I appreciate the offer, Buttercup, but I'm gonna say no to letting you pluck them. And not just because of the fact that, like, you can't really do it through a computer screen. Son paid you 10 grand to travel to the States right now. Um, I don't know. Frankly, I'd still rather not. Frankly, it doesn't really feel safe traveling to the US right now. Canada has a travel advisor for the US. Yeah. Like, legitimately, with ICE being just totally fucking out of control, even by their standards. There was at least one story of a Canadian getting detained by ICE for like a couple weeks. Yeah, just sitting in a fucking jail for like 2 fucking weeks for no goddamn reason. And she wasn't even like she was white, so like even that shit's not a protection anymore. Canadian actress that was an American Pie. Got locked up at the border for a few weeks. Not sure if it was her that I was thinking of. I don't think she was the one I was thinking of, so I don't think I did hear about that one. Because I'm pretty sure she wasn't the one I was thinking of. It's genuinely, it's not safe for anyone to travel to the US right now, which is a fucking wild thing to say. Jasmine Mooney. Whatever thought this would be the case. Yeah. My Chevy to the levee, but the levee was ice. Yeah. Pretty much. Just a tourist, it's fine. I would not want to take the risk. Like, it'd still just be too great a risk to take. Because I mean, like, it's ice has been out of control since the day they were formed. Um, but now they're worse than they've ever been, and that's saying a lot. Ice needs to be abolished. Anyway. I'm scared they take productive members of society out. In the meantime, for Canada, Trump, or Trump gives the wildlife crossing from Canada to be spies. The criminals always face deportation. Even so, they had, due process. Because that's the fucked up part. They've just decided that due process doesn't apply. Which, fuck off. War refugees just getting kicked out in Europe too. Yep. Just random people being rounded up and sent to slave camps in El Salvador. Even when courts say, no, you can't do that, it's like, try to stop us, bitch. It's honestly scary. Like, the Republicans are just straight up fucking fascists. Yeah, there's 70 odd million Americans who are entirely on board with full on fascism. In Spain, there's cases of migrant boys owning a social worker. They basically just deported hundreds of other boys that had nothing to do with it. Yeah, that's definitely becoming a more common practice as well. Xenophobia going well. Imagine if we applied one bad apple to politicians. I'm not entirely opposed to that. Oh, lots of power deserve it more. Yeah. Yeah. They're not fighting for survival. They can get another job if they're sacked. Yep. And frankly, a lot of them deserve to be in prison. There's a lot of politicians who really should be in prison. You're so weak compared to the French. But fucking South Korea. There's Marine Le Pen charged with a crime, and now she has and now for 5 years she's not able to run for office because she committed a crime. And yeah, I think it's just last year, wasn't it? South Korea president tried to declare martial law, and the rest of the government just went like, "Fuck you." Storming the gates, like literally storming the presidential residence. Another live stream that's scheduled on my channel. Right, that's true. Let me delete that one. What happened is I was going live and my camera wasn't connecting to YouTube. My camera just wasn't working well on YouTube. Only way to fix that was to reboot my computer entirely. Sense of urgency and desperation and unity. There is just... Again, the issue is that the bulk of the Democratic establishment doesn't really mind. Doesn't really mind what the Republicans are doing. As far as they're concerned, this is great fundraising. What Trump's doing, it's great for fundraising. The harm he's committing? Yeah. Hi, J Dot. It doesn't really feel real to most of them. Like, most of them, they don't. They're fine. They're gonna be fine. Yeah, like Chuck Schumer isn't worried about his own future. Trump actually wants to invade by Canada and Greenland. Oh, he absolutely does. He's wanted Greenland since his first term. He talked about getting Greenland. He talked about buying Greenland like early in his like. I think he started talking about that pretty early in his first term. So he definitely wants it, and yeah, Canada. Yeah, he definitely wants to invade Canada. What's gonna happen there? It's so hard to tell. My condolences, J Dot. It's hard to tell because like under normal circumstances, Joint Chiefs of Staff would be like, no, we're not invading. We're not fucking invading Greenland. What do we want? Resources. There's natural resources there that they want to exploit. Yeah, like under normal circumstances, um, an invasion of Greenland would be, illegal under international law. So under normal circumstances, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the heads of the military, would simply refuse to do it. But you know, Trump just boots anyone who says no and replaces them with ass kissers who will just do whatever he tells them to do. Denmark is a pretty peaceful country. When testing, they might go to war for Greenland. I mean, it is entirely like if the U.S. does invade, it is entirely possible that they'll get bogged down by a guerrilla war. The people of Greenland do not want the U.S. there. They do not want to be a U.S. territory. If we're going to go all the way to Greenland, why not go to Africa? Well, Greenland is technically closer than Africa, but also Africa has more people. Greenland is where Inuit people live. Yeah, Greenland is largely empty. It doesn't have a large population. It's mostly empty, which makes it, which makes the resources there easier to exploit. Going to Africa, it's just there's plus, Africa, you're gonna get fucking war. Controlled by Denmark. Yep. Yeah, like U.S. goes into an African country, they're gonna be fucking fighting constantly. A lot of metals, a lot of minerals. Probably oil, I would expect as well. My duel to be drafted. Yeah. Canada would go to War II. Oh, it absolutely would. Good man shooting off a toe. It's about all I could manage, I think. Alaska or Antarctica? Well, Antarctica is sort of complicated. Alaska, I mean, they do want to exploit the resource in Alaska as well. Yeah, I mean, if the U.S. invades Canada, yeah, we'll fight. I won't because I'm a coward, but yeah, a lot of Canadians would fight. Brother that deluded that he thinks everyone wants to be American, or does he want to start World War III for fame? Both. He doesn't see people as people. Going to any war with our neighbors because of an internal issue? Absolutely. It absolutely would. Canadians fight, and yeah, a lot of Americans would probably end up taking up arms. I'm still inclined to think that Trump won't actually invade. But, I mean, we're less than 3 months into his administration. He's a hot air balloon. Like literally, it hasn't been 3 fucking months. It's felt like 3 years, but it hasn't even been 3 goddamn months. Is a hot air balloon. We're all tilted 45 degrees in the basket. And yeah, now he's slapped tariffs on everywhere in the world except for Russia and North Korea. Tweet said no one ever talks about how cutting off your Republican friends means cutting off boat access. Didn't we burn down the White House last time they invaded? That we did. That we did. War of 1812, Vanna. Technically, Canada didn't exist. It was a British colony. British and French colonies. Before your time, yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little before your time. Yeah, the War of 1812. Before Canada officially confederated. So it was actually the British that they were fighting. And yeah, almost didn't go great for the U.S. It, British were able to advance far enough and invaded and set the White House on fire. Yeah. Hey, Brooke. But get off. Yeah, it won't be too much longer. I think he suspects countries can be bought. He definitely believes countries can be bought. He thinks everything can be bought. Did I do anything today? Had trouble sleeping. That's what I did today. And what was I saying before? I write the tariffs. Bought from who though? Yeah, he doesn't really like. That's not something he really thinks about. Yeah, like with Canada, he thinks that like, oh, I'll just put economic pressure on them, and then they'll beg me. They'll beg me to take over. He underestimates people. Yep. Sure, man would go hungry if necessary. Yep. A lot of people would be like, I would rather fucking die than be American. Yeah, I saw that those tariffs that Trump slapped on virtually the entire world. He put tariffs on a couple of islands inhabited exclusively by penguins. No tariffs on Russia. Shocking. Shocking that Russia would be excluded from the tariffs. But those penguins, oh, you better believe, you better believe he's putting tariffs on the penguins. Yes, well, you better believe those penguins are going to have to pay if they want to do business in the U.S. Hey, Julia. I did look for a job last night. I did apply for at least one. I think I might have only found one last night that Risk of a nuclear explosion. I mean, not particularly. Entirely possible that I should be, but no, I'm not really worried about nuclear war at the moment. Hey, Uncle Buck. European Commission told everyone to start gathering food and water in case anything happens. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea, frankly. Saying Putin can blast any European city in 10 minutes. Too fast to stop it. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Europe to be worried about Russia right now. Yeah, living in Canada, I'm not too worried about nuclear attacks. Like I said earlier, though, I hope Putin dies soon. Sooner the better. The European Commission will raise 800 million euros for warfare. Yeah. I hope a meteor just shoots down and crushes Putin's head. Just right, boom, just smash right through his head. That's the dream right there. And I feel like anyone who tries to object to that, to me saying that, they can be pretty safely written off as a Russian asset. Hi, Tiny Fairy. I also want to point out that I am not saying that I want someone to go out and kill Putin. I am saying I want the cosmos itself to kill Putin. I was discussing to build European atomic bombs. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get going for tonight. Tomorrow, we play more of How to Date a Magical Girl. Where we should meet the two remaining girls. Sorry, Tiny Fairy. We should meet the two remaining girls tomorrow. What time? Hard to say. Could be 8, could be 8:30, could be 9. We'll need to do my groceries tomorrow, so I'll need to get up, early enough for that. But then, I've also got a shower tomorrow. So 2 a.m. Who the hell knows? Anyway, good night.